Welcome back everyone. Welcome to the introduction video of numerical methods. In this lesson we will try to grasp the importance of numerical methods, and we will also go through the topics that we will be covering in this course. So first of all, what are the numerical methods? Frankly speaking, numerical methods are techniques by which mathematical problems are formulated so that they can be solved with arithmetic operations. So you have to understand that there are some basic differences between analytical solution and numerical solution. Analytical solutions are very much exact. They provide the exact solution that you need to have. But numerical methods do not provide exact solution, rather they provide solution with some errors, some degree of errors, and our motivation, our target is to reduce those errors so that the solution can be comparable to the exact solution as close as possible. So it is a little wonder that with the development of fast, efficient digital computers, numerical methods are being programmed in commercially available softwares and other computer languages, and as a result numerical methods are used more gradually and they are being used increasingly in various numerical engineering problems. So why do we need numerical methods? Because most of the problems do not have analytical solutions, and that's why we need to depend on the numerical methods. So let's see what were the methods that the engineers and scientists used to apply before the computers were invented. First of all, before the computers were invented, solutions were derived for some problem using analytical or exact methods that we have already discussed. These solutions were often useful and provided excellent insights into the behavior of some systems. However, analytical solutions can be derived for only a limited class of problems. As we said, most of the problems, not all of the problems, do not have analytical solutions. So how do we solve those problems that cannot be solved using analytical or exact methods? And that's why numerical methods are important. Also, before the invention of computers, engineers frequently used graphical solutions. Graphical solutions used to characterize the behavior of a system. These graphical solutions usually took the form of plots or nomographs. Although graphical techniques can often be used to solve complex problems, the results are not very precise. Furthermore, graphical solutions were extremely tedious and awkward to implement. Graphical techniques are often limited to problems that can be described using 3 or fewer dimensions. When the dimensions or the degrees of freedom of your problem increases beyond a number of 3, it is very much problematic for the human mind to conceive what those graphs will be. For example, you can visualize a 2D graph or you can visualize a 3-dimensional graph. But can you visualize what would be the graph in the 4-dimension or 5-dimension or more dimensions? And that's the problem of graphical solutions. Graphical solutions has a limitation. Next, engineers also used calculators and slide rules, and those were very much primitive actually. So these were the methods that the engineers or scientists usually used before the computers were so drastically evolved. So in this picture we are seeing the processes that the engineers had to go through before the computers and after the computers. In the left column we are seeing that most of the problems are formulated or modeled using various mathematical models, and those models were solved using analytical methods. And after getting the results, the results were interpreted in depth. So what are the problems here in the left column? The problem is that most of the solutions were analytical. As a result, the range of problems that the engineers used to apply were very much limited. As a result, most of the engineers could not solve some problems that did not have any analytical solutions. But when the computers evolved so dramatically after the 20th century, the problems that were not being able to be addressed before the computers are now being solvable through computers. But computers cannot use analytical methods directly. They have to calculate through numerical methods. And that's why numerical methods became so important when the computers evolved so dramatically. So in this slide, we are going to talk about the reasons that you need to learn numerical methods. So what are the reasons? First, numerical methods are extremely powerful solving tools, and that's why it is the first reason that you need to learn numerical methods. Why? They're capable of handling large system of equations, nonlinearities, and complicated geometries. When you do hand calculations, suppose you want to solve a system of equations. If the number of equations goes beyond 3, say for example it has 10 equations, so can you solve a system of 10 equations by hand? Of course you can solve, but it will take too much time. But if you use numerical methods in computers, it will be solved in no time. Second reason is, during your careers, you may often have occasion to use commercially available softwares or programs. These softwares and programs by default incorporate various numerical methods that can be readily implemented. And as a result, you don't have to go through the details or most mathematical deep details that were used to invent those methods. As a result, these software packages and computer languages help you to understand which numerical methods to apply in which problems. The third reason is, most problems cannot be approached using canned programs. If you are conversant with numerical methods and are adept at computer programming, you can design your own programs to solve problems without having to buy an expensive software. And that's why we need to learn basic programming in any of the environment like MATLAB or Python or C or Java, whatever it is. We need to learn to program an algorithm which can be used in any softwares or any languages. And that's why we will be programming basic numerical methods in this course in MATLAB environment using basic functionalities, not built-in functions, not using the built-in MATLAB functions. The fourth reason is, numerical methods are efficient vehicle for learning to use computers. Of course it is. It is well known that an effective way to learn programming is to actually write computer programs. Because numerical methods are for the most part designed for implementation on computers, they are ideal for this purpose. Further, they are specially well suited to illustrate the power and the limitations of computers. When you successfully implement numerical methods on a computer and then apply them to solve otherwise intractable problems, you will be provided with a dramatic demonstration of how computers can serve your professional development. The final reason is that numerical methods provide a vehicle for you to reinforce your understanding of mathematics. Of course, we will be covering some basic mathematical proofs and theorems that will be used to prove the to prove the numerical methods. Equation. So how do you solve this equation? You have to find the solution of x. That means it's very straightforward because it has an analytical solution and it's a quadratic equation. So there is an exact analytical solution. but most of the time you will have functions and equations that cannot be solved analytically, and that's why we need to learn numerical methods that are going to be used to find the roots of equations. Next, we will be learning about solving linear algebraic equations and also the nonlinear ones. That means we have a system of equations like these here: 2x plus 5y plus 10 equal to 0, and the other equation 9x plus 5y 9x plus 10y plus 4 equal to 0. So it's a system of two equations, but in practical we will have systems which contain more than two equations, like 10 equations, 100 equations, or even 1000 equations. So you need to learn numerical methods which can solve this vast amount of equations. Next, we will be learning about optimization. Optimization technique is to find the minimum of a function, and it has serious application in various engineering fields like machine learning or power sector of electrical engineering and so on. Next, we will be talking about curve fitting. There are two types of curve fitting that we are going to learn. First one is regression and the second one is interpolation. There is a basic difference between regression and interpolation. So tell me, can you realize what are the differences between regression and interpolation by seeing those graphs? Can you? It's very much obvious that in regression, the fitted curve do not necessarily go through each of the points. That means the curve can go through the points or it cannot. It's not mandatory to go through each of the points. But in interpolation, the curve goes through each of the points. That is demonstrated in the graph. So in numerical methods, these two types of will be used to find a graph between the points. Next, we will be learning about integration, and I hope you already know different methods that are usually used to find various numerical various integration problems, and those integrations are both definite integrals and indefinite integrals. But how do we solve integration numerically? Numerically, integration means to find out the area under any curve. The problem of analytical solutions is that most of the analytical solutions that we use to find the integration value are very much exact and they are limited in number. That means they can be applied to a specific form of functions. But in practice, you will have many functions that cannot be modeled in those analytical precise forms. And as a result, numerical methods are the only solutions and only tools that will be used for those functions. And also with integration, we will also be learning about differentiation, how the differential of a function can be evaluated at any point using numerical methods. And most importantly, we will be learning about solving differential equations. I do not know whether you have go through the analytical solutions of differential equations. There are a limited number of methods that can be used for differential equation solving analytically. As a result, these most important section of mathematical analysis, the differential equations, we will be solving these equations numerically. Why differential equations are so much important? Because differential equations can help you model any function with respect to any variable, and those models can be either linear or non-linear, and as a result, most of the differential equations we encounter in practical will not have any analytical solution, and as a result, it's a must to apply those numerical methods for finding the solutions of ordinary differential equation and partial differential equations. So we will be talking about both of these methods for ordinary and partial differential equations in this course. So what we are going to learn in this course is actually the basic numerical methods that are used for fundamental calculations of curve fitting or finding roots, that are so much popular problems, and we have gone through these problems throughout our entire educational career, but we have never thought about that what if we encounter a problem that cannot be solved analytically. What if we encounter a problem that do not have any solution? How do we solve those problems? And believe me, numerical methods are the most important and the first criteria that you will choose to solve those problems. So that's all for the introduction video. Thank you.